In this edition of City News, find out where the new recycling bins in the parks came from. Also, a local fraternity will show you how to make the most of next year's tax season. Plus, learn why many residents gathered at a golf course in Fullerton. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Jennifer Murillo. Residents visiting Hawthorne's public parks may see them cleaner thanks to a recent grant. The grant from the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, in collaboration with Keep America Beautiful, funded the Park Recycling Bin Grant Program.
We got 16 bright, beautiful, shiny new recycle bins, and so we've distributed them throughout parks and recreation facilities throughout the city.
The bins are meant to bring a recycling presence to city parks, making recycling more accessible for those enjoying the outdoors. Items to be disposed of in these bins are paper goods, plastic, glass, and metal.
It's typically for beverage containers, was what it was designed for, but anything clean and in those categories, and it'll be good.
These bins came at the right time, as California's new organic recycling laws are now in effect and show residents the importance of helping keep our planet clean. To find out about other grants and events, go to the city's website at www.cityofhawthorne.org. The deadline for filing your 2017 taxes is over, but a chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated says there are many ways to make the most of your tax returns next year. Freddie Rodriguez has more.
It's every American's responsibility, yet with all the rules and paperwork involved, there are many who don't bother. The Phi Beta Sigma fraternity's Bigger Better business program not only serviced community needs by filing taxes for free, but also educated them for filing future returns.
I want to educate them. What is a 1040? What does that entail? Are you approved for adjustments? Are you approved for deductions? Okay, what is a rental credit? Everybody has a rental credit if you live in the state of California and you rent.
Lee McGill says that some major expenses are tax deductible and encourages citizens to save all their receipts in a shoebox and sort through it quarterly. He says percentage of repair costs on a car used for work can be deducted.
You take the total miles versus your business mile. They give you a percentage. Say it comes to 25%. 25% time, say $1,000. That's a pretty good deduction.
New employees filling out W-4s often claim tax exempt when they don't know what their tax liability is, which Lee McGill advises against.
You go tax exempt, in the end of filing your taxes, you're going to owe. You're not going to owe additional taxes, you're going to owe estimated tax penalty. So it's going to like double.
McGill says that the Bigger Better business's goal is to ensure that more people file their taxes and ultimately recycle dollars back into the community. For HCTV, I'm Freddie Rodriguez.
The Kappa Delta Sigma chapter plans to prepare your taxes again next year at the Hawthorne Memorial Center. Over 40 people headed to Fullerton for a good cause. We take you to the Coyote Hills Golf Course to show you why. 22 teams scrambled to compete and raise money at the 28th annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament.
It's an excuse to get out on a nice course and use your green fees to help the community. So it's kind of a win-win. I get out and there's a little money for the community in the bonus.
The money raised at this year's tournament is providing additional funding to complete the redevelopment of Bicentennial Park from a tennis-only facility to a neighborhood-friendly park, as well as provide swim scholarships to kids from the community.
All this money goes towards our youth, the community. If we can keep one child off the street, we've really accomplished something, and I think it's really great.
Giving kids the opportunity to engage in sports and parks and recreation activities like that is really huge. It helps for their development, and I think anything that we can do to be any little part of that is great.
At the end of the tournament, a banquet was held to announce the winners and a raffle that helped raise a bit more money. The Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation would like to thank all those who participated and donated at this year's tournament. the South Bay Workforce Investment Board was named the recipient of the 2016 Award of Merit for Economic Development Promotion by the California Association of Local Economic Development. The award recognized SBWIB for its innovative way of marketing a region by launching the first South Bay regional business portal called southbaybusiness.org, a website designed to aid businesses, chambers of commerce, and city governments with critical data they need to make important business and economic development decisions. SBWIB was the only workforce board to be recognized at the event. To view the website, go to www.southbaybusiness.org. Coming up next on City News, learn how people are getting prepared in case of an emergency. Also find out what major milestone the Women's Club of Hawthorne celebrated. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Local citizens gathered at the Hawthorne Memorial Center to learn important safety skills. Tony Long Jr. shows us what they were learning.
Ayúdenme, señor. Señor.
Fortunately, this was not a real-life situation. This was part of the training to become a member of the Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT.
It is a 21-hour course, and it is FEMA curriculum. So therefore, anybody who takes it anywhere in the country, they can, wherever they move, they can end up joining a local CERT group, and they've all learned the same information.
Local citizens were taught through hands-on training how to provide immediate help for their households or neighbors in the event of a local crisis, such as terrorist attacks, fires, and natural disasters.
In the event there's an incident, especially if it's a major incident, it will task emergency resources to the max, where if you're an average citizen and you're waiting for us to respond, it may take quite a while. So the purpose of this training is to enable average citizens to be part of the solution.
The cost is, you can't beat that, it's free. And the education, it really, you can help your own family. That's a really big deal. I mean, I know most moms and dads would want to know a little bit more about medical to help their kids and how to put out fires.
We learned today that a lot of different types of people, different backgrounds, different cultures can come together and actually do the best amount of help for a large amount of people.
Laura Walters states for a person to be certified, they must complete all 21 hours of the training, but they can complete the hours over multiple class sessions. For HCTV, this is Tony Long Jr.
For more information on the CERT program and other events, go to the LA County Fire Department website at www.fire.lacounty.gov. The members and distinguished guests of the Women's Club of Hawthorne came together to give thanks and appreciation for 100 years of service. Edward Evans was there to bring us the details.
Since its inception, the Women's Club of Hawthorne has worked toward living up to the town's motto, the city of good neighbors. This organization has dedicated itself to many charitable causes that support the community, police department, and many of the local schools.
We love giving scholarships to the high schools. We give, at this point, $400 scholarships, to both, two of them to Hawthorne High, Lusinger High, Lawndale High, and Lloyd. We also give a scholarship to Hawthorne Math and Science Academy.
It's a very good club. We do help a lot. We usually try to give somewhere with $1,000 to the dogs, to the education foundations, and most of the things that are needed in the city. Years ago, we used to go and clean for the school and give glasses. We still do.
We help a lot of children on Thanksgiving. We always fix a basket for Thanksgiving and, of course, for Christmas also.
The Women's Club was honored with a certificate of special recognition from the office of Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Members of the City Council and the community gave thanks for the many charitable contributions to the city and its civil servants.
The most precious thing is that these women are just adorable, and the wonderful gifts that they've done and provided for the community.
Vice President Darlene Love is hopeful that the Women's Club will continue its mission of outreach for the entire city of Hawthorne and celebrate another 100 years of being an integral part of the community and its people. Reporting for Hawthorne Community Television, I'm Edward Evans.
Congratulations to the Women's Club for reaching this milestone. Resolved to Rise, in collaboration with the Hawthorne Police Department, hosted their first symposium titled Stand Your Ground, Fighting Sexual Assault Together, Freddie Rodriguez takes us to the Hawthorne Memorial Center to learn more about the topics that were covered.
Resolve to Rise founder Yolanda Dunn has a mission to ensure the well-being of children, adolescents, and adults by raising awareness against sexual assault. After learning of the rape of her daughter in 2010, Resolve to Rise has been engaging the community to deliver.
Empowering knowledge to take back home to their families and themselves to protect themselves and be more aware of their surroundings and of tricky people so they can try to lower the risk on sexual assault, because sexual assault has no boundaries.
A question for the panelists asked, what were the biggest challenges for the community in addressing this type of crime? Panelist Tika Thornton says fostering healthy family support systems is necessary, something that was missing from her childhood when she fell victim to sexual assault at the age of 6.
Because I didn't have the support of my family, no one really believed me, no one really tried to help me, that ultimately led me to be vulnerable to become trafficked at the age of 12 years old.
When somebody has been assaulted, they don't trust their intuitions about relationships. They can become very fearful and just not trust other people, but also not trust themselves to make good judgments about people.
Panelists agreed sexual assault is a difficult topic to discuss because it's a taboo subject in our society. They say communication amongst social and family circles is crucial for preventing and exposing sexual assault, especially amongst children.
Probably a few years ago I had the talk with them and told them, I said, hey, if anybody touches you in a way that you're not comfortable with, anybody asks you to do something, asks you to touch them, anything like that, I want you to tell me. It's okay if you tell me. You're never going to get in trouble. It's never going to be your fault.
If you see that there are signs, I mean, a lot of times we don't think about the signs, whether someone becomes reserved or withdrawn, or maybe in the opposite, where someone starts to dress provocatively, and you see that there's an at-risk youth. Don't stand back as a community. We need to step up and ask the questions.
We don't want to offend people. We don't want to offend them by asking or ask. Now, if that means that your kid or you, ask.
Christina Vasquez was assaulted by a family elder as a child, and she says for a long time bore a stigma of shame, even after her predator committed suicide. She didn't share her story until she started working with Resolve to Rise in 2014.
For many years, 20 plus years, there was a deep void in my life. And so now with this, it helps close that. It helps make me feel empowered that I can help, even if it's just one more person.
It's to stand your ground for what is right and stand your ground for helping individuals in these circumstances. If you're a bystander and you see this occurring and you don't take the necessary steps to help your fellow neighbor, it's as if you're helping the perpetrator themselves.
The symposium was capped off with a demonstration by CEO of Systems Training Center, Marcus Kowal, who believes that everyone should be empowered with self-defense tactics. Freddie Rodriguez reporting for HCTV.
If you know someone who is suffering from sexual assault, call the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-HOPE, or to learn more about the nonprofit organization Resolve to Rise, go to their website at www.resolvetorise.org. The Hawthorne President's Council, in collaboration with the Hawthorne Police Department, is hosting the 37th Annual K-9 Community Barbecue Dinner. The dinner will take place on Thursday, May 25th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hawthorne Memorial Center. Adults are $5 and children 12 and under are $2.50. For more information, tickets, or donations, call Alex Monteiro at 310-978-4357. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. Find out what the girls in engineering have been up to. Plus, see why the ribbon cutting is taking place at Holly Park. And watch what happened at this year's Service Provider Fair. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630 or email us at hctv@hawthorneca.gov. Don't forget you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the 28th Annual Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament. See you next time.